it's Jackie and welcome back to my vlog channel. For today's video, I wanted to talk about my move to Manhattan. So about 5 months ago, I made the decision that I was gonna move out here, but I started filming little clips from when I would come visit, and I was just in the thought process of what area I was gonna live in. So I thought it would make for an interesting vlog, and then at the end I'll share some of my experience just moving across the country and how that went for me. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's rewind about 5 months back to summer in the city. Currently, I am in Midtown Manhattan. This is not my place. I'm staying at my friend's. He's very American, so yeah, I'm still very Canadian, but I am looking to move to New York City. And this is pretty crazy because I never thought that I would end up here. I always thought West Coast, like I wanted to head to the West Coast, and I have a whole video explaining my move, so I will have that linked in the eye. And for this video, I just wanted to share the process a little bit. So for me, I'm not that picky about where I'm gonna end up living because I work from home, and it's gonna be down to the price and the best place for filming, and of course like being in a safe area and all that. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up on the Upper East Side, and while that sounds very like posh and Gossip Girl, it does have quite affordable apartments in comparison to a lot of the other areas that I do love. Like I love Soho, I love Tribeca. They're just pricey, so we'll see. I could get a good deal, you never know, but I'm very open, and I just know wherever I end up, I'm gonna find a coffee shop, I'm gonna be editing, and I'll make the most out of it. So anyways, I did want to go check out the Upper East Side and bring you guys with me because I think that suits me best. It's quieter, there's shopping for like videos. I like to just like run out and get the props I need, and then there's the museums and parks. So it's just like, it's great. There's the old architecture, has everything, but it's definitely not like as bustling, and I kind of want some of that bustle, so I'm open to different places like I've said. I got my iced coffee and I'm just kind of relaxing, and I'm gonna take some shots of the Met because I am going to do a Blair Waldorf video, so I can kind of insert those clips there. But one thing that I will say about New York, which is one of the reasons that I didn't want to move here in the first place like a while ago, was that you feel really violated on the street. But the thing is, as a girl, like you kind of feel that everywhere, and I've changed my mind a little bit on that because there's so many people I actually feel safer. So like in San Diego, I have no friends, and if I'm walking home alone somewhere and a guy comes up and just starts walking with me and no one's really around, it's really scary, and it's like there's nothing I can do. Versus here, yeah, people are a little cray-cray. Like on the street today, this dude who clearly lost his mind like comes up in my personal space and goes, "Ooh, you a bad girl," like really loud, and it's almost more comical. Like I still feel a little bit shaken up from it, but it's not like no one's around to see it or like stop it if something was really to go wrong. So in that way, I actually feel a little bit safer in Manhattan. Something I noticed moving from California to New York was people wear more clothes in New York. Like in California, I was in San Diego, people generally wear like a crop top, a tank top, a skirt, maybe a sweater. And here, even though it was so hot, I was there during a heat wave, I was wearing the least amount of clothes in public than like everyone else, and I started to notice that, and I felt really uncomfortable and like went and bought a t-shirt. But that was just culturally something I noticed. Maybe it was in my head, but let me know if you have noticed that too, if you've like seen the difference. Another thing I like about New York, there's so many people, but you can always find like a little area to yourself. Like in Central Park, here I am, you know, found my tree, whatever. And on the busy streets, there's usually like a church, and you can kind of go up and hide behind a pillar if you are an introvert like me and just need like a moment to recharge. Be good, Tyler.
No, actually, it does seem like
this could be really cool. Except the problem is,
what?
The best lighting is like right here, and there's stairs.
So you saw the picture of Cameron, right?
Okay, so it's a couple days later, and my thoughts on the Upper East Side, I loved it, but I felt judged when I was trying to take pictures by the older people. So we're gonna look at some more areas. I'm thinking Upper West Side, but we're currently on a ferry, and we're headed to Williamsburg to check it out. So, what? Am I saying the wrong place?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going somewhere, and I'll fill you guys in on what I think. But I've never been on This is so nice. Purchase. Oh god, I can't when there's people.
I was trying to mess you up.
Yeah, you did.
I know.
So we're walking around Williamsburg and it's definitely very hipster, more like small town vibes, like a lot of character. I really like it. I don't know if I can like see myself living here. I mean, it's super cool, but we'll see. I'm gonna check out Upper West Side as well, but right now we're gonna try to find a park, keep exploring.
Run back. Now it's not time. Artistic.
Shut up, it is artistic.
You're so cute.
Look at that, sparkly. Good morning, it's a new day and we're headed to the ferry. We're going to Coney Island and Rockaway Beach. I've never been. And we had breakfast at Le Pont. Did I say it good? Le Pont?
Le Pont.
Okay, good. And it's amazing, I love it there. So LPQ, I call it that because I suck at saying French words. But anyways, I'll see you guys when I get to the beach.
I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your eyes. Take a stand, move your hand.
Oh.
Last day in New York. Yesterday was just a fun day. I really wasn't looking for a place. It was tons of fun and hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing like such an iconic park. I just wanted to go because of Uptown Girls. And today I have my hair in a crazy curly bun. I got my Met scarf that I got and this t-shirt's just from Free People. And I'm gonna check out the Upper West Side and Tribeca area. We'll have to see, but hope you enjoy. And I wanted to give you guys a little rundown of this trip. So first I went to Upper East Side, which I thought I was gonna live. I was like, yes, that's the spot because museums, parks, beautiful architecture, but I did feel a little judged. This could have just been a one-off experience, but there was quite a few older people. So when I was like trying to take little vlog clips, I got some stink eyes because it's obviously like the older people's more expensive property. They don't want someone's like camera around it. I totally get it. Could have been like a celebrity home, who knows? But that was my like one experience that's sticking out. I still would totally live there, but then when I checked out the Upper West Side, I did see more of a variety and actually way cooler architecture. It had like the coolest stuff, and still the parks, there's more museums there. I did check out Williamsburg as well in Brooklyn, and I do want to be in Manhattan just because all my friends are here, but I was interested in checking out Brooklyn because everyone kept saying Williamsburg, and at the end of the day, awesome place to go visit, but I couldn't really see myself living there. Super hipster, super young, and there just was a lot of markets and like eclectic shops, but I do like some of the mainstream stuff for quick video making. So yeah, that's my experience, and I'm sad to be leaving. I had such a fun trip. I'm wearing my boyfriend's sweater. I do have a boyfriend and I'm very happy right now. Yeah, so I'm sad to be going. And we're back to present day. I'm in my new apartment. I love so much about this apartment. We have the exposed brick, some fireplaces, tons of windows for filming, but the only thing that's so bad about this apartment, I cannot control the heating. It's like central heating and it makes a sound a lot of the time. I don't know when it's gonna turn on, so when I'm filming an intro or something, that's kind of frustrating. But other than that, I love this apartment and I'm in an awesome location by Central Park. So how I ended up getting this specific apartment is I was using Street Easy. This is a website that's free to use and a lot of people talk about finding their rented apartment through here because it makes it very easy. So all you do is you press basically submit on any apartments that you like. They already make a little email for you to talk to the broker, and then usually the broker will get back to you that day for a showing. And it's kind of crazy in New York, the whole like broker system. So if you don't know anything about it, there are fee apartments and no fee apartments. You go through a broker either way, but when it's no fee, you're not the one paying out of pocket to pay them for their service. When it's a fee apartment, it can be, you know, 1 month's rent on top of paying your security deposit and first and last month's rent, or it can be 15% of your annual rent on top of everything else. The police. So what I would recommend from experience is try to go with a no fee if you can, but if you're not finding anything that you like, open your search up. This one was a fee apartment, but I'm not paying like a crazy amount for rent, and I feel like this apartment, if it was under no fee, would actually be listed a lot higher. And because I hope to stay here for a couple years, I also think my boyfriend will move in a couple months, and then we'll split rent. I felt like it was worth it to pay the fee and get an apartment that I loved. So I would open up the search if you're not finding what you're looking for, because there's just a lot more to offer. And if you are not American, like I'm a foreign national, I'm Canadian, it was a lot easier to go with the fee apartment because they were a lot more lenient. So you have to do a lot of paperwork if you are looking to rent in New York. And one of the first things that they ask for is your credit score. I'm not American, so I don't have an American credit score, and that was something that they wouldn't even look at me a lot of places, and that was hard because I qualified for the apartment. I could show my Canadian credit and like how responsible I've been through many different ways, but it still wasn't enough that I didn't have American credit. So for all the no fee apartments, they turned me down. And then as soon as I went to fee apartments, they were like, no problem, we'll run your Canadian credit score. So that's bizarre. I don't know if that was just my experience, but that would be a tip I would have if you don't have an American credit score, to try to find someone who's sympathetic to what you do and your situation, and really prove yourself in all of your documents that you're sending over. I honestly think I did the amount of paperwork for like buying a house just to rent a very small apartment. Also, another tricky thing about renting in New York is you have to prove that you make 40 times rent in terms of your job, and if you don't, then you have to have a guarantor. But this gets really tricky if you are a foreign national, because you can't have your parents sign if they're not American. You have to have an American citizen, and that's complicated. So for me, my dad actually is American, but he doesn't have an address here. So again, he wasn't eligible. I didn't have to have a guarantor, but one of the other apartments that was higher in my budget, I would have needed one, and that apartment they said no to me. So it's been a journey, but I kept with it. It was very stressful and disappointing at times, but I'm in the apartment that I love, and I hope you guys enjoyed going on this journey with me. It was a big one. It took a lot of time and stress, but I'm very happy to be back in my own space and back in the swing of making videos. So if you enjoyed this and found it, I don't know, educational, or just it was cool to hear my experience, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, if you're from here, let me know where you live or what your favorite area is. And if I said I didn't want to live in an area you live, no shade at all. I was just trying to find what would work for me, and yeah, I would love to hear your experience if you moved to the city as well, and just any questions you have, and I will see you guys in my next